Minister Nick, vanity in the Hebrew text means vapor, breath. And when you think about it, you go, okay, I get that. When you breathe, comes, it's there for about a second and a half, and then it's gone. It's basically nothing. It appears, and then it just disappears, right? Meaningless, pointless, emptiness. I look at vanity, the Holy Spirit gave it to me like this. You may not see it phrased this way in the Bible, but he spoke to me and he said, vanity is like the door to other bad things. Vanity by itself is pretty much nothing, but vanity leads to other stuff. Vanity is the door to arrogance. Vanity is the door to a bad temper. Vanity is the door to pride and being proud. Vanity brings it forth. The world today suffers severely from the effects of vanity. It's the desire to be seen. It's the desire to be perceived. Evangelists just told about it. We rather come off godly than actually be godly. Yeah. It's not about, Sister Tiny Dillard, how I am. It's basically how I look. Yeah, that's why we had the suicidal problem is at our all-time high. People just throwing themselves out of buildings, throwing themselves in front of trains and jumping down off of overpasses on the freeway. You right, Alicia, blowing their brains. Like it's at an all-time high. Because today we don't really see the real person. We see what they want us to perceive. And they be all up on Channel 4 saying, they seem like they was a nice person. Yes. They seem like they had it all together. Yes. Last week we talked about it. The Bible said they worship me for show. Didn't we read that last week? The evangelist was going to read it. They worship me for show. But they don't really have a heart for me, is what the Bible said. It was for show. I remember I went home and I said, did these last couple of weeks at church when we was just turned up, minus the birthday thing, was it just for show? When Ray and Linwood that day came down in the middle of me talking, was that just to get attention? Like you gotta. Yeah. And the real question is what was Ray and Linwood doing before and after that moment? Mm-hmm. Okay, before you were troubled, you came down, you got delivered, but what'd you do after that? Will tell us if it was for real or if it was for play. Everybody wants to be the best, the GOAT, or the most. The best, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, or the most. We've been programmed that that's the only thing really worth celebrating. But I'm here to serve notice to you. There's always going to be somebody better. It's always somebody prettier, smarter. There's always going to be somebody making more money. There's always going to be somebody faster, stronger, wiser, more fluent in the word. Like, it's always going to be. Right? You can't be a pastor and don't think you're going to get some dope ministers up under you. You're not the only one that can play keyboard. As good as you are, there's always a doper dude. Right? And when we really, really start pulling the layers back, it's all subjective because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You like the way Mitty plays. I like the way Marcus plays. Don't matter. It's all good. It's all subjective. There's only one best, and that's Jesus Christ. There's only one best. We have all sinned and fallen short of his glory. There's only one best. There's only one perfect man that ever walked the earth, simultaneously in human form and in royalty. Watch this now. I tell people in our counseling sessions, they say, Pastor Jay, Pastor Mel, I just want to be the best wife ever. I say, you're already setting yourself up to fail. There is no best wife. For how can Jamie be better than Pastor Mel? I ain't married to her. Jamie's your best. Pastor Mel is mine. So you're chasing an empty result. There is no finish line to that. We'll never know who the best is. Your needs are different from my needs. As long as Jamie is fulfilling them, then baby, that's the best over there at the Lampley house. That's all that matters. There is no best wife or best husband. Just be the best version of you can be. And what does that look like? What does that look like? Just be supportive, be faithful, be responsible, be accommodating, be accountable, be reliable, right? Be dependable, be where you say you are. Do these things to the best of your ability, and you will be amazing for the person you end up with. Yeah. So it's a race to infinity with no fulfillment at the end at all, because there is no end. You're chasing something that doesn't exist. Mr. Tondela, because once you achieve the best, what are you going to do then? Okay, say it a different way. What do people with a lot of money and a lot of power want? More money and more power. There is no best. Just Jesus. Yeah, you make your first billion. Oh man, I can make 2. What's happening, I'm afraid, it's turning us into attention junkies. We're strung out on attention, perception, being perceived, being sought after, being wanted. All of that, they're all first cousins to each other, if you ask me. The more extra we are, the more offers we get. The more crazy you behave, the more TV time you get. The more outlandish and outspoken and opinionated a person is, the more interesting they become. So nowadays, what you see is not really what you get. It was funny at home. It might not be funny here, but it was funny at home. You can almost buy a person now off of Amazon. A complete person from the head down to their toes is sold on Amazon. Hair, lashes, lips, cheeks. And it just goes, it gets dark as you go down. But you can buy it all. It used to cost thousands of dollars. Now, for $399, you can have a whole new you. Just don't get on an airplane with it. Don't get on the airplane too soon. You're going to explode. Just start popping. Poof. Poof. Just exploding. Lips just boom right off your face. Attention junkies want to be seen. The more pretty we are, the more curvaceous we are, the more muscles we have, anything that we have to display makes us feel more accepted. Anything that will garner a like, a follow, a TV show, an interview, a job, a position. Whatever happened to going to school and getting a degree. Or becoming a skills tradesman. Vanity, the plague of wanting to be seen. It's the syndrome of, look at me. Look at me, Jordan. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing. Look at where I am. Look at where I've been. Look at where I'm going. Look at who I'm with. Look at who I went to sleep with. Look at who I'm waking up with. Look at what I accomplished. As if who I am is not enough. What you're really saying is, look at everything around me, but I don't really want you to see the real me. Pay more attention to what's on my plate. Pay more attention to what's on my bed. Pay more attention to what I can buy. But really on the inside, I'm a complete mess. Careful. Being you is enough. God already looked at you and saw that you were indeed good. But somehow that ain't enough. Your wife, your husband immensely loves you with all your flaws, but yet and still, somehow, that ain't enough. Got two of the best friends that one could ever ask for. They're faithful, they're loyal, they hold you up, they encourage you, they support you, but yet and still, that's not enough. 2 ain't enough. I need 20. Got a quiet, peaceful, drama-free life. All is well. Ain't nobody coming for you. Ain't nobody gunning for you. And somehow, peace still ain't enough. We're plagued by vanity. We push and push and push and push and push until we break. I want more. Everything is I want more. And that's what Minister Nick told us chapter 3 in Genesis did. It created the concept of I want more. There's gotta be more. Starts off what? And the snake or the serpent, the most cunning of all animals, approached Eve and said, that ain't true. He just don't want you to be as amazing as he is. That's what it was. That's what started it. And now we all just gunning for each other. Recording companies are now asking artists, how many people like and follow you before asking to hear you? I thought it was about their gift, their talent. No, today it's about their clout. I thought I came to y'all because I didn't have nothing. Now you got to come to the table. Well, then what you gonna do? See how things have shifted? We knew nothing about Anita Baker. Nothing. Where she lived, what Waffle House she liked to go to, who did her hair. We had no idea. If Luther could golf, what movie we had no idea. I know I'm dating myself, I'm making a point. We had no idea what the inside of Michael Jackson's house looked like until they did a special on CNN or something. We didn't know. And they are still to this day considered the greatest of all time. When did it shift? Why do we have to know what everybody else is doing? We didn't know nothing about none of them people. And they were still the great. As dope as Usher and Chris Brown are, he ain't no Michaels. Ain't no Michaels. I don't care what this little boy over here say. Man, my son, ain't no disrespect. Yeah. We can debate it all day. Ain't no Michaels, no Princes out here. Luther didn't have to dance a single step and could keep you mesmerized for 2.5 straight long hours. A chair. And you fall out. He only said it was a chair. He didn't even get the air out. He said, a chair. Ah! And he got 18 more hits to go. Never saw what he drove. Right? What happened? When did it shift? When did leaving something to the imagination vanish? When did we get rid of all the bases? First base, second base, third base, right, says Auntie? And then you get a home run. You can swing as hard as you want at that ball, but some people still don't make it past first base. When did we get rid of, ladies, all the bases? When did the game change? The focus isn't, hey, look at me and Melanie. The focus is me covering Melanie. See how that works? Yep. Not, hey, look at us. It's preserving us. The focus isn't to show Melanie off on my arm. The focus is to keep Melanie from walking off. You mess around and show Melanie to the wrong Blake, she might not come back home. Careful what you show. And are you mad? Well, you showed it to me. She wasn't even on my radar until you start posting all them goodies. Wake up, Tanya. You posted all them goodies. And the same thing go the other way. We didn't know how he looked with his shirt off until you took the picture and put it on Facebook. He wasn't even on our radar. But oh God. Deacon Samuels is Deacon Samuels. We didn't know, Deacon. All of a sudden, that side of the church just full. Hey, man, any seats over there? Vanity, man. It's vanity. Keep your stuff to yourself. We'll get into it a little deeper. I'll cut you off here, but God allowed King Solomon to go through something in Ecclesiastes. And it was about 8, 9, maybe even 10 chapters where right, Linwood, he was just looking at all the earth. And he was just like, this ain't nothing. And the reason why the book is so dope is because it wasn't like he was just a regular dude. He was the king. Well, remember the Bible stated like this: there was none like him before him, and there was no kings after him like him, right? So he had everything at his fingertips. He tried it all. At one point in there, he's having a human moment, and God just let him. He said, okay, go ahead. Just have your moment. And he tried it all. He said, I'm going to just live my best life. I'm going to have servants on top of servants. I'm going to have anything at my fingertips I want. My bed, he loved women, going to be full of chicks and fine ones. Y'all read it. It's in there. Don't look up at me, Toria, like that. Toria did this. What did he say? Yeah. He can have as many wives as he wants. They just said don't marry outside of the tribe. 700, right? He got greedy. That's what killed him. 300 more, right? 300 side chicks. Concubines is what they call side chicks. Get out of here, nigga. And we love talking about Solomon, right? It's a great story. But that Ecclesiastes, when y'all get a minute, you get some real time, just read through them chapters. And it's something probably in there that's going to hit you. You do this. Got 9 jobs. What does it lead to? Nothing. Got a bunch of money. What does it lead to? Nothing. Tons of friends, tons of likes, followers. You're notarized. Like he said, all of this is like smoke, spitting in the wind. Nothing. I'm closing out here, Nick, because we can stay there for a minute. Go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. We finish right here.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Do what?
Fear God.
Fear God. And do what?
And keep his commandments.
Which is the duty of what?
For this is man's all.
This is man's all. The duty of the man. Fear God. After all that's said and done, you know who was the last thing standing? God. That's who I'm trying to attach myself to. Can't take the money with you. Can't take the cars and the houses with you. Can't take the there he go, there she go with you. At the end of the day, I'm trying to get my mansion in the sky. Y'all give God a thank you hand for eternal life. Rejoice that your name is written in the book of life.